Yo, it's good. It's your boy Nick Met2 here, giving you the January 31st TNA Impact review. See, I know my last two videos are WWE videos. I'm not a WWE mark. I like all wrestling, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. So this will be my first TNA video on my new and improved YouTube channel. So alright, first of all, I was reading the dirt sheets earlier today, and they said that or was it yesterday? And they said Dixie Carter had a big major announcement. So we will get into that a little bit. No, it's big. It could change TNA for the better. All right. So the thing about this TNA Impact, which was it was a good show. Good show. Only missed one match. Because of watching the Thunder and Grizzlies game. So thing about this TNA Impact, it was filmed over in UK, and I watched TNA on the past. And most of one of their better crowds wherever they go is UK. It's a hot crowd. They are very hot for the talent there. They cheer. They actually give off the product of a real wrestling, and that's another thing that will come up later in this video. So all right, we get Bad Influence coming to the ring, and Kazarian mic skills have gone up tenfold. This man can cut a decent promo. Bad Influence comes out. They ribbed the UK crowd, telling them about the Scottish. They came with Braveheart Matt with the face paint. It was a good segment. I liked it. It was very entertaining. And then Magnus made his return after the Ace and Eight beat down, and he gets the pop because he's the hometown guy. So they would love him there. They loved him. You could barely hear Magnus speak, but other than that, he said it was open fight night, and that he wants it was open fight night, and he said he was challenging Devon. No, after he had a squabble with the Bad Influence after he kicked both of them out the ring. He says open fight night here in the UK, and I challenged Devon. So it was Devon and Magnus. It was a good match. It was like, you can't really say it was a great match because it was TV, but it was a good match. It was a good wrestling match. It was good. I had me not wanting to touch my remote. And then the end of this match came by Ace and Eights. They came to the ring and they got DQ'd. And then the next segment we have, which I think is one of the best. I know some people hate it, but I love this Abyss Joseph Park character. This is so funny and very entertaining. Well, so we get promo because he went down to OVW to go train because he said he wants to be like one of the boys. So you see him in OVW. He said, I'm scouting every TNA talent. He's looking at videos and I'm trying to get that W. So it was a good promo. I like it. And then when he come out to the UK crowd, they hot. They like him. I like the character. He's hot, and he says, "You know what? I want to be a wrestler. I don't want to be in the courtroom no more. I seen my path as a wrestler." And then Robbie E comes out with Terry, and Robbie E started getting with the jersey shirt, like the bro, serious. It was a decent segment. Then they start fighting, and Robbie was like, "Since it's open fight night, how about me and you?" And Joseph Park was like, "You're wrong," so they got referee. It was a good match. One thing about this Joseph Park character that I don't think some people notice is Abyss's Joseph Park. I'm sorry if anybody spoiled it, but Joseph Park, his face is like it's just something about his face. When he go, and you go. Like, his face is like, you can't believe that was hidden behind a mask for 10 plus years. Cause he had some great faces and whatnot. And then it was a good match. Like, again, this is good matches. This is not crap filled like main event. This is good. This is decent wrestling matches. This is what I say about TNA. It's decent wrestling matches. And it keeps you entertained. It was a good wrestling match. Robbie, they had back and forth. It was very good. Robbie becoming a little consistent worker here. I still like his gimmick, and Joseph Park picks up the victory with a splash. So after that, and then this is what I think. Since CM Punk is no longer the champion and Paul Heyman no longer comes to ring carrying the WWE belt, this, what I'm about to say, is the best thing going in pro wrestling right now. And that is the team of Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, the greatest common factor I call him. But this team is the chemistry, the little mannerisms they have. This team, I think TNA says, let's try to see if we can get our hell no. This two guys have so much good chemistry. I hope the TNA doesn't really drop the ball. And these two are so good. This is entertainment. If you don't watch TNA, And you only playing if you only can have one TNA segment to watch each week, take the Bobby Roode and Austin Aries segment. This is they putting on some of the best promos that TNA has seen in a while. So and in that promo they're saying that we got robbed. He's like, we got robbed, Bobby. He said, how dare this company? They said, you know what? We about to be known. They said they have a plan to take over all the gold in the company. He said, that's the plan. And this is what the man I'm talking about. Austin Aries is like, yeah, blah, blah. He said, I get the heavyweight title. And Bobby Roode's like, no, I thought we decided. No. I did. And so it's just good mannerism. They said the first title they're going after is the tag team title. And they was just slandering It was bashing Chavo and Hernandez, and they come out and they agree to a match. But Aries had a stipulation that said if he's like, if any one of us beat you in the next two today, that we would get a tag team title next week on Impact. So it was a good match. Again, this is a good match. I think this is the second, probably the best match of the night. It was just good back and forth. Austin Aries is one great worker. I'm a big A-double fan. The greatest man ever. I'm a big A-double fan. It was a good match. I'm trying to think. Tight, man. It's 12 o'clock over here in Brooklyn. It was a good match. I was not saying it. The Chavo's a decent worker. Like, and then even when he had Chavo down on the mat, Austin Aries did a little shimmy, and Bobby Roode's on. And he missed the splash, and Chavo went for the Three Amigos, and then I think he did. I forgot his first one. He did the frog splash on Aries, but Bobby Roode came in, broke it up. That caused Hernandez to come. That caused a big shuffle, and Aries drop kicks Chavo Guerrero into the corner tugboat, give him the brain buster in 1, 2, 3, and then we got a tag team title match. And one thing about this, Austin Aries was over huge. And once again, the crowd reaction is coming late in this video. What I think about the crowd reaction. Next up, we get the Bully Broke Hogan Sting promo. It was like it's not Twilight Zone-ish WWE gimmick comedy crap. It's not that. Like, you could sit through it. It's pretty good acting all around in that ring. Even Brooke just put it to the side, let it just say 2 sentences, just put it aside. It was alright good. The thing about I like this about this promo, he said Bully raised the state. He's like, whoa, yeah. And he's like, you know what, brother? I'm gonna give you a tables match. And Bully Ray was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like it. See, I like that in wrestling. Then after that, we see Velvet Sky come back. One of the beautiful female professional wrestlers we have in the wrestling world today. We got Velvet Sky in the back, and they said that Dixie Carter, they've been hyping this the whole night. Dixie Carter's major announcement. So we come back from break, and it's Dixie Carter. She's thanking all the TNA fans for their kind support, and then she drops the bombshell thing, the one announcement us fans all over has been saying, and it is that TNA is leaving the Impact Zone starting March 14th. Yes, you heard it from herself. We only have to deal with Impact in the Impact Zone for 4 more weeks. No, all that dead crowd, we have to deal with it for 4 more weeks. Then they go on the road, and this will be at the later point of my video. And we get a Velvet Sky. She came out. I just came for the promo. And she wants Tara and Jesse to come out because she said she got a partner with James Storm. The Bull, I went to watch inside the TNT Inside the NBA because it was halftime and I liked them. I knew this match. I didn't really care for it, so I don't really know too much about this match. Then you had the Anderson Angle cage match. Another decent, good. I would rate this like a 7 out of 10 TV type of wrestling match. It was good. It was good spots. You got a little cage action. It was very good. Angle puts up, it was another back and forth. See, TNA's putting on some good wrestling. There's some good wrestling going on in this company right now. Good back and forth, nice spots, nice in-ring talent, storytelling. It's all of that around. And Kurt Angle makes Ken Anderson tap out to the ankle lock. But at the end, see another Aces and Eights member climb up the cage. And I think Wes Briscoe came in. He said he came in at Kurt Angle needed help, and Kurt Angle said no. He's alright, I'm coming in with you. And then he said lock the door. He's alright, I'm coming in with you. So the Aces and Eights member come down, and Kurt Angle him scaring up, and then he unmasked himself in his Gary Bischoff. So Gary Bischoff is in the Aces and Eights, and Kurt Angle's looking at him, and he telling Wes Briscoe, alright, we gonna kick his ass. So they wearing up, and Kurt Angle trying to turnbuckle there and swerve. West Briscoe takes him out with a knee block. They beat up Kurt Angle, and that's your show. What a decent, after that bullshit that we saw on Monday night, this was one of the most decent wrestling programs I have seen in a while. This was wrestling at its best. I give this TNA Impact a 7.9. I give it a 7.9 out of 10. This was a very good, decent show. One of the best shows they had in a while. And you know why this is a good show? Because it's a crowd. And this is about to come in a big announcement that dropped the bombshell in the wrestling world that TNA Impact is going on the road, and it will be a godsend. I am a firm believer in TNA, and if you have a big crowd with the atmosphere, that it would just give it a legitimate feel. Like you saw that tonight, you saw the crowd. It gives them off a legitimate feel, like you can feel the wrestling. This is big for TNA. Impact Zone is garbage. I don't care if you show up there, you're garbage. You are garbage. Impact Zone is so dry and stale that it just it's good when it's live because the sound comes out, but if you see it taped, it is so dry and unbearable. You're like, what is going on? But you can't fault them for that because more than half of the people that's coming in Impact Zone don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what stories. They probably just know Hulk Hogan and a few others. They don't know what's going on. So you get that woo type of reaction, and you can't have that in a wrestling show. One things about wrestling is the crowd kind of makes wrestling even better. You can't have a prominent wrestling show where half of your audience doesn't even know what the hell is going on. It just gives it off that lackluster. It just brings that lackluster attitude to it. So they will be moving. TNA Impact will be moving on March 15th. I'm a firm believer. WWE, they might have some firm competition because TNA Impact has amazing workers. I think they starting in Chicago. That's a big wrestling city. So they will be hot. I'm pretty sure TNA is going to stack that. They're going to stack that card because once the first show, then everybody's like, oh, TNA is good now. Now they're going on the road. It will be good. TNA, things are looking bright in TNA. They only got to do one more month in the Impact Zone. A long month. Thank God it's only 4 weeks. But that's it right there. TNA Impact was decent this week. 7.8 from your boy Nick Met 2. Please like, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the comments from Gangsta Gabe. Thanks bro for checking me out almost every time I put a video. You really make this fun. And everybody else that comment on the video, link, subscribe. I'll be here next week for the Monday Night Raw review. It's your boy Nick Met 2. Peace.